Well, let me go ahead and get started with you guys. How was your Comic-Con today? I understand that you guys had a screening at San Diego Comic-Con for PostHuman.
Correct.
How was the reception for that?
It's good.
It went very well.
Into it.
Yeah?
Yeah, the response has always been really positive, and it went really well yesterday.
Was it a packed house?
It wasn't packed, but we got a good response.
Yes.
You had a really good response?
Yeah.
So, so your 5-minute short animation, could you tell us a little bit in more detail about the story behind the characters of that?
Well, there's a hacker and his dog Nine.
Yes.
And they're kind of a rogue element that's surviving off the grid of society. And there's Kali, who is an escaped Esper from the actual test lab. And those are the two primary characters. Benjamin is one of the Espers who's still at the lab and continues to be involved in the tests.
Yeah. With your 5-minute short, it seems like it's already a complicated story. It could be just a full... Like it could be made into a full feature film. Is that what you guys are aiming for?
That's what we'd like to do, yes.
Centered around which character?
Be centered around actually Terrence and Nine, as well as Kaylee and the backstory of Callie and the backstory of the lab itself, and kind of carries you through the entire story of the various characters that are turned into Espers and essentially tested determination.
So do you guys have like a script already all written out for this project?
We have a couple of iterations of the script. We had worked on a 22-minute episodic variation of this, and we also have a feature script that we're working on.
Now the animation looks awesome. It kind of reminds me of like Aeon Flux of back then. Of course, maybe you're not going with that type of stuff, but it looks great. How long did that take, and is that animation process complicated?
So we worked with the animation studio Humoring the Fates, headed by Jesse Norton. And I think they're one of the few, or maybe the only, North American-based animation companies that still does traditional 2D animation in addition to 3D animation.
Yeah.
So PostHuman was kind of 2.5D, which is like 2D characters on 3D background.
Yeah.
And that was a look that we wanted to, because we still like 2D characters, and 3D is cool too, so it was kind of good to have both. I think production time with them was like 9 months-ish to a year, I think, for the actual production, because they have other projects, so it was like kind of concurrent with other things that were going on. And it's funny that you mentioned Aeon Flux, because that is one of my favorite
Aeon Flux is one of your favorite animation, but hopefully it's not going to be like the live movie.
No, the animated.
The original shorts.
Yeah.
Yeah, we like the original shorts. But of course, now with this animation that you actually have, the person who actually voiced the animation is actually a well-known star too. Am I correct? It's
Trisha Helfer.
Trisha Helfer from Battlestar Galactica, of course. So, so have you been discussing with any major studios so far on trying to make this into something larger?
We've had a couple of discussions. Comic-Con is a great place to have those conversations, and we're seeing how that whole thing plays out.
Ah, that actually sounds
semi-promising.
Promising?
Yeah.
And so if it does actually come into fruition, are you exactly trying to look for like to be a full feature film, or are you going to go towards more the Aeon Flux, where it's going to be a bunch of mini short films, or maybe are you looking at maybe possibly like a television series type of thing?
I think any of those three. I think any of those three would work. I could see it. Jen could see it. I know that Jesse, with Humoring the Fates, could see going series, be it online or on television, and I'm not sure if there's much of a difference anymore. So episodic to feature is one of the directions we could see going. Live action feature we could also see going. There's been conversations in both directions, and there's been interest in both.
Wow, that's pretty good. Do you have at least something in the works right now? I believe you said you're just planning for what, a 22-minute type
That's
of
what we had
episode?
originally.
That was the original plan.
Put together. Yeah, it was a 22-minute
Pilot
pilot.
episode.
A pilot episode, but
Yeah.
now it's just basically you're just putting. I understand you've been winning awards left and right, just for this 5-minute video itself, and it's drawing a lot of interest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we've been in over 25 film festivals, and we still have a couple coming up. Las Vegas Film Festival screening is tomorrow, the 20th, and then we're screening at Dragon Con in Atlanta, also coming up on Labor Day weekend. And we won 4 awards, including Best Animated Short at Screamfest in LA. So it's been received really well.
Wow, that's terrific. Yeah, I saw the animated short, and I was quite impressed. It did remind me a whole lot like Aeon Flux. At first, I almost thought I was watching Aeon Flux until it was very, very graphic. That's all. that's all I could say. And let me go ahead and wrap this up. If normal people who can't make it to your screenings or anything like that in the future, how would they be able to see some of your work?
Well, PostHuman is going to premiere online tomorrow, Saturday, July 20th.
Okay.
So then anyone can see it at posthumanthemovie.com, and it'll be on YouTube and Vimeo.
Okay, terrific. Well, congratulations.
Thanks.
And hopefully we'll speak again in the future.
Cool. Appreciate it.